organization. Jimmy Butler! The question was posed, we should do something in the game in Spanish as kind of a nod to our Hispanic community. And the entire room all turned and looked at me. So I said, well, what if we say 2 minutes in English, and then I repeat it in Spanish? We took our hoop troop, our hype squad, and they had these giant signs that said minutos on them. And they would go to different sections every night of a home game, and they'd warn the folks, hey, Michael B's going to say dos, and I'm going to raise up the sign, and you scream minutos. So now at a Miami Heat game, I'll say 2 minutes, and 18,000 fans will yell back to me. It really has been some kind of phenomenon in South Florida. Tyler Hero! Well, there's a number of things that they'll enjoy, I'm sure, and they'll recognize, especially those that live in South Florida and attend Heat games. But a Bam Adebayo dunk is just an emphatic bam! Because that's what he does to the ball. He bams that ball right through the basket. You'll also have a lot of fun with when the other team's basket is disallowed because of goaltending or basket interference. It's no basket. And those carry forward right into NBA 2K22, the most authentic that you're going to play when it comes to inter.
Now, let's make the starting five for your Chicago Bulls. At shooting guard, starting at the other guard, 6'4".
2K Sports. Before we get going, let's hit.
Good evening to you, Kevin.
Yeah, I love his game. That was a good report. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Paul Millsap, Mr. Clutch out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Durant in at the small forward. And for Chicago, they've got Vucevic, Lonzo Ball out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Green, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And looking at where the league has gone, Chris, do you miss the physicality of years past?
I do. I do. I think it needs to put balance to the game, but I also love the spacing and the fluidity of the game. And so, yeah, I don't miss all those bumps and bruises, but yeah, I don't want this to become flag football.
Millsap misses, and he lays it straight in.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunity.
Now here's DeRozan. His last outing, he had 18 points. Dosunmu drilled from 11 feet out.
And that's a nice possession. Did a good job to get that open shot.
Irving against Ball. Here's Mr. Clutch. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
You kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my
And DeRozan kicks the ball. Driving the lane. Some solid defense there from Irving. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Aldridge left side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And inside the paint, Aldridge can be so physical, not letting anything get in his way.
Outside ball. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. The rebound by the Nets.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Goes back up. Millsap passes to Mr. Clutch. 6 on the shot clock. Pick off in midair. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. Five to shoot.
And over the years, guys, Aldridge has improved his defense, and he's especially gifted in terms of utilizing that length and athleticism defensively.
To the inside. That one finds the mark on target for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points so far. A special moment in the career of MP. GA, he has secured a shoe deal.
Well, he certainly picked a prestigious brand. Signing with Jordan is probably a dream come true for a young guy like MP.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Passes it to Aldridge. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
Bulls trail by 5. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, looking to end the run, and Ball puts it in.
Just an amazing ball handler. Sometimes balls move with the rock are flat out unguardable.
Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Nets passing it around. Here's Mr. Clutch. He has 5. Back to Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Aldridge has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Mr. Clutch. Down low. And LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got 8 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bulls trail by 9. Ball with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Durant against DeRozan. And the Bulls with another miss. The Nets have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a sitter who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
And again, Chicago turns it over.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. To the paint, clock at 6, and the dunk by Aldridge.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And this first game is always interesting. It's going to give us a sense of what the dynamic between these teams is going to be this season.
Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Here's Dosunmu. Drills it from outside. Dosunmu's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The pass to Mr. Clutch. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 8 points for Mr. Clutch.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
To the wing on the left. Here's Dosunmu. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Durant in the corner. Here's Mr. Clutch. 8 points for him. Inside, DeRozan. Rebound, Brooklyn. Millsap's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Claxton. That shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. To the paint. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. 9-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
And here's DeRozan. Following the 3 from Mr. Clutch. Outside DeRozan. From 10 feet out. And that one is off. Brooklyn leading by 12. Stolen by Ball. Pass to Dosunmu. Down low. Here's Vucevic. The rebound by the Nets.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
Here's Irving. It's not going to go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Kicks to DeRozan. Passes to Green. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Durant.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 11 to the inside. Claxton no good. Bulls trail by 12. And here is Ball. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Great rebound in this position. Ball's high energy is what allows him to keep possessions going.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses from short range. Over to the left wing. A wide open look here for Vucevic. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new
substitution on the court.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Takes it inside. Good.
Number 20.
Mr. Clutch has got 13.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Green is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Caruso in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. To the middle. Here's Irving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 6-point Nets lead.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Caruso, the pass to DeRozan. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. Here's DeRozan, following the bucket by the Nets. And he gets it to go.
It's just so hard to stop DeRozan from making his way inside and generating points.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 15 points in the game. Shoots from 14. Rebound by the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Caruso kicks to DeRozan. He feeds it to Vucevic. Irving with the steal. One-on-one here. No good from Mr. Clutch.
He's got 9 points on 3-pointers in the first quarter, but still looking for his first 3 of the second.
And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Mr. Clutch from deep. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. The pass to Dosunmu. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Here's Brown. Lays it up off the glass. Brown's got his first points in this one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Nets.
They deserve a lot of credit for the defense they've played in the paint here early. Contesting shots, blocking shots, just making life difficult on the opposing shooters in general.
And also they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Paul Millsap.
There's an element to Nikola Vucevic.
He's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
Now here's Millsap. The shot's good from Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Caruso, the pass to DeRozan. He kicks it to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded closely. Good D by Irving.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Caruso. He has 5. Out to the right wing. Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Brown. Dosunmu's shot is off. Here's Mr. Clutch. DeRozan defending. Here's Mr. Clutch. Millsap trying to get open. And DeRozan sends it back. Inside, Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And we've witnessed DeRozan improve big time as a playmaker. His court awareness is really at an elite level.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 17 points in the game.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of
now here's DeRozan trailing by 5. And that one, good.
And the offensive energy of DeRozan won him that shot. He never stops working the floor, looking for those opportunities.
There's Mr. Clutch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
13 foul.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw good for Mr. Clutch. And Chris, if you were playing today, which coach would you most want to play for?
There's so many great coaches in this league. Kevin, I don't know. But I would hope they had the template of letting their guys get out and go in a fast-paced system. I want to play for a coach that played this game before. I want to play for a coach that really had that great attitude in the locker room, one that fostered chemistry. So many great coaches. I'm sure it's a lot of them that fit that criteria.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the miss by DeRozan. There's Mr. Clutch. He's got 19. No good on the 3. Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered closely. Right side, DeRozan. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Clock is at 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
A scoreless quarter for him. I mean, you can see by his body language that he's getting discouraged.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Down low, here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Point guard who can dunk it. Ball is a rarity in more ways than one.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability to hit huge shots. That's got to fire him up.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Brooklyn ahead, up 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Durant in at the 3. Here's Dosunmu. Pass to DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Green. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Green's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Bulls. There's Mr. Clutch. Shoots from 8. Vucevic with the block. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. It's rebounded by Durant. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving finds Durant. Here's Mr. Clutch. .24 points for him. And no good. Nice D from DeRozan.
Slow to get warm after the break. Go for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. Try to settle things down.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Now, here is Irving. A shot's good for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 26 points.
0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Looking to get it going. Dosunmu. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's Mr. Clutch. He's got 26. Feeds to Millsap. Aldridge trying to break free, and that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night.
And just so comfortable from that area. Millsap continues to get it done, even against tough defense.
Here's Vucevic, and it's Irving with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Mr. Clutch. In the corner, Irving with it. Fires for 3, and the Nets another 3.
It's hard to counter Irving's efficiency from range. I mean, he could make tough shots look easy.
To the inside. Dosunmu, and he finishes nicely on the way. Dosunmu's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Vucevic defending.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Chicago, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That one is off. Some changes for Chicago. Tony Bradley comes in for Vucevic, and it's Williams in for Dosunmu. The Nets also change.
Now into the
for Chicago, Vucevic checked in for Tony Bradley, and it's Dosunmu in for Williams. And Brooklyn making a change here. Free throw good, James Harden.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
They swipe it. Here's Mr. Clutch. DeRozan defending. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Number 20 at the line for 2.
He's on the first. He hits the second from the line. There's 47 seconds left. The third. Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Green. Back to DeRozan. The shot. No good. Aldridge with some nice D. To the middle. Here's Irving. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Ball surveying the defense. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Shoots the three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. DeRozan out there with Green. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Dosumu, and it's Vucevic in at the center. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now that one, and the Nets lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Dosumu. Moving against Ball. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Mr. Clutch. Green with the block. Now Ball. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside DeRozan. A floater. Nice D for Mr. Clutch.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And good that time.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mr. Clutch. Vucevic defending. Here's Mr. Clutch. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Bulls trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Dosunmu. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Aldridge up on top. Here's Mr. Clutch. DeRozan defending. The kick out to Irving. Harden outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Yep, it counts. 31 points for Mr. Clutch.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
It's DeRozan with the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
James Harden.
It's going to be on James Harden.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
Mr. Clutch, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's now 33 points for Mr. Clutch. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's DeRozan. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
Always blessed with a great shot selection. DeRozan really good at taking what he sees out there on the floor.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Fires from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Mr.
Three.
Clutch has got 12 points here in the second.
three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And look at how well Aldridge utilizes his size, reaching out and just batting away the shot.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
It's stolen, and there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
That's his fourth foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Alex Caruso checked in for Chicago. And the Nets making a change here as well. Durant's checked in. Nets leading by by 10. Outside Irving. The pass to Mr. Clutch. With the fadeaway. That one wide left. Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
And Vucevic, no good on that one. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Green dishes to DeRozan. Into the lane and finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And here is Dosunmu. There's the dish to Vucevic. Here's Caruso. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way up.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
There's Mr. Clutch inside Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Now here's Dosunmu. Aldridge is covering. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. Bulls trail by 6. Outside DeRozan. No good that time. Nice D from Aldridge. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Millsap. The shot's good. And the Nets lead by 8.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
This is to DeRozan. Pass to Vucevic. Jacks up a 3. And that's collected by Mr. Clutch. Brooklyn leading by 8. To the inside. And that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Dosunmu, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Caruso. Aldridge is covering. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
Durant against DeRozan. 4 on the clock. Caruso, the pass to Dosunmu.
And in the first half, they had some success from beyond the arc, but that hasn't been the case since halftime. That shot has dried up.
Here's Mr. Clutch. A 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
With all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's become a weight around him. Somebody tell he's got to be more unselfish.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Irving passes to Mr. Clutch. That shot off the mark.
Even though he's going ice cold, he keeps shooting. And it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's a better option. He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now here's Dosunmu. Not a lot of room. Top DeRozan. He's covered by Irving. Vucevic the pass to Dosunmu. No good from outside.
He's done almost no damage from 3-point range in this game. No 3s in this half, and only 1 in the first.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Misses the 3.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And there it is for him. And now just a 3-point Nets lead.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Timeout called the Nets.
And they're committing. Awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Mr. Clutch.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Here's Caruso. Tries again. Green breaking loose. Caruso, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Here's Mr. Clutch. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they count on Millsap. To deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
Time called here, and the Bulls decide to talk it over. Look at Mr. Clutch. He's really been playing well.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
The Bulls making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Mr. Clutch has got 15 points in just the second half. Chicago has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. To the paint and stolen by Aldridge. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Takes a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
What an excellent distributor Zoe is. I mean, he has a knack for getting it to his open teammates.
Now the pass to Mr. Clutch. Off target from outside. Bulls trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
A little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
And it's sent back by PD. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line. One more. It's going to go on. Goes through.
At the line for the Nets, number 20.
The free throw off for Mr. Clutch. Again, the Nets for 2.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Here's Vucevic. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And the key for Vucevic is remaining aggressive. But when he does that, this guy can dominate.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's Ball with the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. From downtown, and another one falls.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was.